legislation that bars users from investing in cryptocurrencies today. Unocoin, the cryptocurrency exchange that has set up the ATM in Bengaluru, made the move after RBI shut its doors to its 1.3 million users following the government notification. However, reports emerging from the government panel looking into cryptocurrency suggest that the government might not impose a blanket ban and might instead have regulations in place. While the Union Finance Minister went as far as to say that any form of cryptocurrency is not legal tender, on the other hand, the government has not banned it or banned anyone from purchasing it. A grey area that the cryptocurrency exchanges continue to exploit in the country. So is this ATM legal or illegal? Well, the jury is still out. In Bengaluru with video journalist Chandan, Nishchita Virendra, WION, World is One.
And now being joined by Mr. P.M. Mishra, founder of Blockchain Hub Consulting, joining us from Singapore. And we also have Mr. Daniel Lacal, economist, joining us live from London. Thank you both of you gentlemen for being with us here on WION Fine. But Daniel, quick question to you. It's the 10-year anniversary for the Bitcoin and India's first ATM. Bitcoin ATM is already in trouble.
Under the existing legal framework, I believe India cannot have a Bitcoin ATM. I think that the owners are trying to circumvent the law using the fact that you're actually immediately exchanging Bitcoin for rupees. Because in India, you obviously can trade in Bitcoin as an investor, no? For example. So I think that if we stick clearly to the law, a Bitcoin ATM is something that should not be, that is not legal and that should not be advertised as an ATM, more importantly.
All right, then, Daniel. P.M. Mishra, would you concur with what Daniel is saying?
Hi to all. So it's about ATM, Bitcoin ATM. For any kind of ATM, you need RBI approval. So if you are a law-abiding citizen, nevertheless, you will not be agree about it. So I would say it's a unicorn's adventures to get into this kind of stuff. If you know it needs permission from RBI, without that permission, you should not actually put up this kind of ATM. And at the end of the day, our regulators should be really concerned about this these days. If citizens are so aware and they would like to go for it, why not we regulate it right now? Other countries have already regulated. What's the problem in it? An immediate step needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, this kind of adventure maybe somebody else will take. But eventually, the kind of steps the local police has taken, that's worth praising. I would say that's the result. Whatever is happening is good for the unaware investors. So it's good for the country.
Right, but we're talking about this at a time when the co-founder of Unocoin is facing police action. But Unocoin is saying that the latest statement says that it's a matter of time before that ATM, which is currently gone AWOL, we don't know where the ATM is right now. It's been moved from where it was originally. But the company is putting out statements saying that there are a few errors. They will correct it and put back the ATM. The question here is establishing this ATM identifying a loophole in India's legal framework, or is it valid, or is it the right thing to do for the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency industry in the Indian market?
Frankly speaking, as far as industry is concerned, it's an innovation. It's a good thing for everybody in the country. If you are talking about Japan, if you are talking about US, Australia, Switzerland, many countries, they have already regulated. And few of the countries like Philippines, we talk about a nearby country, they have even regulated the same. So it is high time government should regulate. Until unless you regulate, regulation is nothing like banning Bitcoin. It is regulating. Have a framework for the the citizen, and it's good for everybody. And as far as the Unocoin's claim to take it back again, they will establish ATM. I don't think RBI will allow it so easily.
Right.
So my stake is regulation is the only solution, and without regulation, government role is like to regulate. Otherwise,
right,
it's indirectly hindering this kind of incident.
Now that we're talking
this is what I feel.
Right. Now that we're discussing what the government should do, Daniel, let me come across to you on that. What do you think needs to happen with India's legal framework as far as cryptocurrency is concerned?
Well, let's start with the situation with crypto.